Sean Payton and George Patton. I know, a little bit of a tongue twister. I've tried that. I literally have like 5 outtakes. I can put those in if you guys want me to. But anyway, at the end of the day, the team for the Denver Broncos has done a lot of research. They've done a lot of moves in the free agency period. They've also done a lot of research, I'm assuming, I hope so, in the 2023 NFL draft. And I think there's a couple of different scenarios where you fill some of these needs. Yes, you've got needs along the offensive line. You've got needs, along the cornerback position opposite Pat Surtain. There's some things you definitely need to fill here. And so today we're going to touch on it in our dream draft scenarios for the Denver Broncos. There is 3 things we really look at. So the first thing is, yes, the dream draft scenario or the best case scenario. The second is the middle of the road. What do we think is going to happen? What is most likely to happen if my thing would work. Come back to me, baby. I need you to come back. That's not coming back. There we go. Okay. And then finally, the worst case scenario, too, that you do potentially see with the Broncos. And today we're going to bring it into you and show you exactly, kind of all 3 scenarios that we could foresee happening for the Broncos. And by the way, yes, I do think that Sean Payton and company can get the most out of Russell Wilson. So today we're going to show you the mock draft simulator. No, it's not a mock draft. So guys need to stop joking about it. No, it's not a mock draft. Those of you in the comment section, you know who you are. Going to go ahead and enter the draft, or at least just understand that it's not a mock draft. So yes, you want to help out the center position. You want to also help out the guard position. Center, corner, as well as a couple of other places. So we're going to go ahead and start the draft here. I would also like a D end at some point because yes, you lost Draymond Jones to the Seahawks if I do remember correctly. So at 67 here, so you own back-to-back picks in the 3rd round at 67 and 68. I absolutely love it. So right here, I think you're still in a really good spot because I think you can address 2 needs immediately, both with Joe Tippmann and then also Julius Brents. Now, Joe Tippmann, I think he's Creed Humphrey 2.0. I have said it from the very beginning. I think he's built solid. I think he's solid in the run game. I think he can come in immediately and start for you and be that dude. So for me here, this is a no-brainer. You don't even really have to think about it because, this is just the absolute best fit here. So, when you get into 67 and 68, so the best case scenario is Joe Tippmann and Julius Brents here. I think it's fully possible. I think it's the best case scenario. Middle of the road, what do we think is going to happen? Again, you're probably going to get your best center and corner in this particular position because those are the main needs for the Broncos. Or if you really wanted to go edge or some of these other positions, I could see that as well. But why do that when all of this when all of it's literally sitting here right for you? What's the worst case scenario? Well, they're not there. That's literally it because, and Joe Tippmann, after Joe Tippmann, there is a drop off in terms of center talent. So if you really want to go get your center, you probably do want to wait if Tippmann is gone because he's the last guy that I would say I'm very comfortable starting with as a starter. Now, Olusegun Oluwatinimi is another guy from Michigan that I'm really excited about, as well as Juice Scruggs. Those 2, I think could be really good additions, but I think they might need a full year to marinate, or at least they have to compete with the current Broncos talent at center, and then yes, Julius Brents. I really don't see a corner being a really hard position to fill here because it's such a deep class. Even into the 4th and 5th round, I really think you can really find talent there that could be potential starters for you and maybe even potential, all-stars. There's some really good players at the corner position in this draft. So Julius Brents, yes, don't even think about it twice. You address 2 major positions of need, and then you get into the 4th round. Now, the beautiful thing about this is when you get into the 4th round here, I know the Broncos potentially do want to go running back as well. And so I think in the 4th round, you could look to trade down potentially. But overall, you could also do that at 139 too, and so you could get some of those future picks if you wanted to. So, as far as the dream draft scenarios here, yes, running back is there, Yaya Diaby is there too, so really good talent that's still there on the board. But Yaya Diaby probably would be a best case scenario. What do we think is going to happen? Again, I think running back makes a lot of sense in the 4th round for the Broncos, so I think that's most likely what we're going to see. What's the worst case scenario? I don't foresee all of the running backs, all 3 between Johnson, Chase Brown, and Deuce Vaughn not being there. The worst case scenario is if, Rashawn Johnson, or maybe let's say they do go. Well, I do think this is a spot where, there's not a ton of talent. I know there's Zach Harrison there if you want to address the edge position, but, if he's gone too, which is a very big possibility, I think you could potentially trade down from 108 to maybe 115 to 130 or something like that. Maybe even, and this could be a position where you trade 108 and 139 for, to maybe get back into the 3rd round. round? I don't know. But overall, this is a very interesting spot for the Broncos because they are, they've got some talent, but also you want to make sure that they get their dudes in the draft that specifically fill those needs. So the Broncos are in a really good spot, but overall they do need to go address those couple of positions in the 2023 NFL draft. But that is it. That is our dream draft scenarios for the Denver Broncos. Make sure you guys like and subscribe down below. Leave a like and a comment. It helps people find the show. We greatly appreciate all the support that we've gotten and continue to get. You guys are all truthfully awesome. We love every single one of you. Down in the description below, you'll find all of our social media platforms. So make sure you guys give us a like and a follow there. Also remember to give us a listen and sub on iTunes. And finally, if you have anything else you'd like us to cover, send us an email at thesportsbp@yahoo.com or put it in the comment section down below, and we would love to cover it. But let us know what you guys think about the dream draft scenarios for the Denver Broncos in the 2023 NFL Draft.